Okay, going home. My wife and I were recently having a conversation with a friend who had the opportunity to travel in England and tour the castles of England. And so we told him what a great opportunity it was for him, and he commented that once you see one castle, you've seen them all. So he laughed about it, but I guess it's true, because if you see too many castles, one after another, after a while, they all look alike. And then he asked us if there was any castle in particular that we have ever visited that stuck out in our mind. And I had to think about it, but one of the ones that I really enjoyed was the Pena Castle in Sintra, Portugal. Unfortunately, the time that we visited, I was never planning on making any videos or vlogs, and so the video quality is not very good. But nevertheless, it's one of the favorite castles that I've ever visited. I think one of the things that makes this palace so interesting is that it's a combination of so many different styles. Some of the styles include Gothic, Islamic, and Renaissance. The palace sits on a rock in the Sintra Mountains in Portugal. And the castle's history goes all the way back to the Middle Ages, when, according to tradition, a chapel was built after an apparition of the Virgin Mary. In 1493, King John II and his wife, Queen Leonor, made a pilgrimage to the site to fulfill a vow. His successor, King Manuel I, ordered the construction of a monastery on this site, which was donated to the Order of Saint Jerome. For centuries, it was a small, quiet place for meditation. But in the 18th century, the monastery was damaged by lightning. And then, in 1755, it was reduced to ruins after the Great Lisbon earthquake. According to history, only the chapel survived without much damage. In the 1800s, King Ferdinand turned the remains of the monastery into a palace that served as a summer residence for the Portuguese royal family. He was the one who made many of the decisions about the castle's exterior. In 1889, it was purchased by the Portuguese State, and after the Republican Revolution of 1910, it was classified as a national monument, and it was transformed into a museum. There is a story that the last queen of Portugal, Queen Amélia, spent her last night at the palace before leaving the country in exile. The palace is now one of Portugal's most visited monuments, and in 1995, it was classified as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. It has definitely been one of our favorite castles to visit. My goodness.